Okay, guys, can you all see my screen? Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so firstly, most importantly, welcome to Ayata. We're a community-driven fintech platform. Now, just so you guys understand where our name came from, the name Ayata actually stands for the light in the darkness. As you guys can imagine, like I've mentioned a million times, a lot of companies out there that are, promising one thing and doing something completely different. They're around for maybe 6 months or 12 months or 18 months, and after that, they disappear. Okay, this is why I've come to the market with something very, very different, something a bit more traditional, that would work within this industry. Okay. Now, if I just go to the next slide, this is all about me, which you're going to find out more about me as we get on this call. Firstly, you guys need to know what we actually offer. So we have four main products that we offer here at Ayata. The first one is our investment funds. The second is our payment cards. The third is our bank accounts. And the fourth is our omni currency wallet, which is a wallet that you can exchange crypto and fiat to crypto. Okay, which I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into right now. So first things first, we have our investment funds. Now we have three funds in front of you guys right now. It doesn't mean that it will always be free funds. There could be more later on. Obviously, you guys will be, fully aware on exactly how that works as and when we notify you guys. So as it stands right now, we're a regulated and licensed investment fund. Our license is in Hong Kong. Our first fund, as you guys can see, is the Oxy Fund. The Oxy Fund is considered a low risk investment. The annualized return is 48%. Just so you guys are fully aware, what that means is that's what we have already done in this fund in the last 12 months. All the numbers that you can see on the screen isn't numbers that we've just randomly inputted. These are numbers that we have already done in the last 12 months, hence why it's an annualized return. Now, on the Oxy Fund, the profits are distributed monthly, and your initial principal is only locked in for 90 days, which means after 90 days, if you wish, you can make a withdrawal. Okay, so let me really break this down to you. The Oxy Fund is where we have a bank account in Kyrgyzstan along with a payment solution company, and we have around 8 banks that come to us that want to exchange their fiat currency for USDT. Now, we can do that for them due to their jurisdiction or where they are located in the world. They cannot get USDT. So they come to us with their fiat currency, for example, say it's $1 million, okay? And what we do is we exchange it for them and we give them USDT, and then we charge them a transaction fee of around 0.5, 0.6% per transaction that we do, okay? Now, for us, our next step was, after obviously we pay the client, okay, is that we then send our money directly to Tether, okay, and get our USDT from them. Now, that process is a 4 banking day process. So for us, we need to have liquidity from the get-go simply because we facilitate our clients immediately. At the moment, we have around $18 million floating in the Oxy Fund, and this is being used every single day for transactions with various banks, okay, in jurisdictions that they cannot get USDT. And like I said to you, we charge them a 0.5, 0.6% transaction fee, and that is where we're making our money. We do 10 to 15 transactions in a month, for example. You guys can do the numbers pretty straightforward. Now, what we have done is we have been able to pay our clients around 48% over the year. So monthly, you're looking at 3, 4%, 4% every single month, purely from the Oxy Fund. It's considered a low risk simply for the fact that there is no investment done in these funds. Okay, there is no investments done, which means it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, it simply sits in a liquidity pool, and it simply just gets exchanged. We don't put it anywhere else. Okay, so we can make money, we can make no money, technically speaking, right? But we can't lose the money. I think that's the most important factor in all of this. Okay, the second fund that we have is called the Krypton Fund. Now, the Krypton Fund is a crypto portfolio where we have a team of crypto experts managing our assets. Now, as it stands today, in the last year, they have generated a total of 342% increase or growth within our fund. Now, here, our exit date is May the 25th, 2025. And with the bull run that we are emerging and entering into right now, we're expecting a further 200 or 350% increase in this fund from today onwards, which you guys will be able to withdraw and have back to you guys come May 25th. Now, this is for the people that don't really know how to make money in crypto. We have a whole team of crypto experts that are working on our funds. We started the fund with around $7 million of our own money. It's currently sitting at around $28 million today. Okay, so these are the people that don't know much about crypto but would like to make some money within this industry. And we have a phenomenal fund for that. So we have a team of experts that have done an entire trading plan for us to ensure that we have somewhat success in this fund. So from this fund, you could look at anything from 200 to around 350% increase on your money come May 25th. And lastly, we have the Heli Fund. Now, the Heli Fund, we have already done in last year, we've done around 1800%, okay, return on investment. It's classified as a high risk investment, naturally, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. But just so you guys are fully aware on what we're actually doing, we are, in theory, early investors, okay, in projects that are about to hit any first tier crypto exchanges like Binance or OKX, for example. So, in fact, today, like right now, we have a phenomenal project. Okay, it's a messenger app. It's been running for 5 years. They have 35 million users already, of which 5 million are active on a weekly basis on this application. And they have integrated a banking app into the messenger app, which is very, very popular. Now, in around 4 weeks' time from now, this particular company is officially putting a token on Binance. Binance has done their due diligence, given them the green light to say yes. We'll be more than happy to have you guys, on our exchange. Naturally, we got contacted directly due to the connections that we have with Binance, and we have been able to be the early investors in this particular project. Now, we have a numerous amount of projects. Okay, so let me just tell you how it will work so you guys fully understand the Heli Fund. You invest money into the Heli Fund, any amount that you want, for example, and in a span of 1 year, you may get profits maybe twice, maybe 3 times over the space of 1 year. So you might get something in the month 6, you might get something in month 9, you might get something in month 11, for example. And then come month 12, when the year's up, you'll get your initial investment back. So all we're simply doing is we're using your money right at the period of that year, okay, in numerous projects that we get to be an early investor in, where we're getting it for a much lower rate than anybody else, and projects that are going on exchanges like Binance, where we can expect a nice increase of maybe 500 or 600 or 700%. And like I said to you guys, this annualized return isn't a number that we just made up. That's what we actually made in the last 12 months. So 1800% is very open and the potential, and it could be more or it could be less over these next 12 months for you guys as well. So these are the free funds that we currently have that allows you guys to be able to have real money generation and something that will actually make you money. Okay. Now, if I move forward, I will show you the next product that we have. Our next product is our payment card. So we've got an agreement with Visa. Okay. We receive our cards. I believe it's going to be in the next sort of 15 days now. So, which means you guys will receive your cards, okay, depending on your membership value, which we'll speak about in a moment. Now, this is a Visa card. We have a digital, we have a plastic, and we have a metal card. And you will have a Visa card with an attached USDT wallet address on your card. So it's a crypto card. You will receive your money on this card, and you can spend this. Money on this card, without needing to exchange it, and simply in around 40 countries. And you can just tap, and off you go. You can even go to an ATM and make withdrawals. Having this card, and depending on what card you have with us, you will get lounge access into like over 1,000 airlines. You'll also get global miles that will allow you to take some flights, and you'll be able to top up your card with crypto as well. Okay, and this is our Visa agreement that we have directly, and this is Ayata. That'll be able to provide you these cards over the next coming weeks. Now, if I move next, we got our private banking. Now, this is something that's very, very interesting. A lot of people are already aware that most banks don't really like crypto money. We welcome it, okay? We welcome it. So we have a number of banks that we've partnered up with that love crypto money. And we can actually get you private banking that allows you to have like an everyday bank account like you already have. The difference is here is you can have as much money coming in and as much money going out without having any questions or any questions raised directly from the bank or any difficulties within your transactions. You can do international payments as well. You will receive a card, and it's called a limitless card simply because you can withdraw as much money as you possibly want from the ATM from this as well. And lastly, just so you guys are fully aware, we don't actually have any reporting that is done on these accounts, which means, technically speaking, nobody will be aware of how much money you have in these accounts. And lastly, we have our fiat crypto wallets. Our fiat crypto wallets are very, very straightforward. Okay, we allow you to exchange fiat to crypto and crypto to fiat. You can move your money to your bank account. You can move your money to your Visa card. You can exchange and hold assets, for example, on these wallets as well. So it's like a holding wallet. Okay, and the charges here are incredibly low. We're looking at around 0.15% on some transactions, and some of them being like 0.25%. So they're very, very low and very, very competitive within the market. Okay, so basically, the whole idea of what we've got going on at the moment is for you guys to be able to freely spend your money, freely save your money, freely transfer your money, freely hold your assets or buy assets or sell assets within the crypto market. Okay, and for you to be able to have the freedom to do whatever you want with your money whenever you want without really having any questions raised. Okay, now our memberships is what gets you involved within Ayata. So we have a numerous range of memberships. Each membership allows you to invest a little bit more into the fund. Some memberships give you a metal card. Some memberships give you a digital card. Some memberships give you a plastic Visa card. Some of our memberships give you private banking, and some memberships do not give you private banking. So it just really depends on where you want to come in and what you want out of this. Okay. So I'll just move forward and just show you what happens if you decide to refer somebody to Ayata. So firstly, we are paying on 10 generations. Okay. Now, in this given example in front of you guys, if 3 people was to invite 3 people, and this was to repeat itself 10 times, 10 generations down, and everybody decided to purchase, for example, a $650 membership, you could expect around $2 million plus just in commissions from referrals. Okay. Now, in our memberships, a portion of our memberships actually goes straight into the Oxy Fund, allowing a new member that joins Ayata to be able to make something monthly from the get-go. So in this given example of a $650 membership, $150 goes straight into the Oxy Fund. So what does that mean? It means that as you are referring people to Ayata, whatever membership they purchase, a small portion of around 30% will go into the Oxy Fund. And because you introduce them or they're in within your 10 generations, you would also earn a percentage 10 levels down on whatever they make from the fund. This also works on any money they make from the Heli Fund or even the Krypton Fund. Now, given the example that only $150 was to go into the Oxy Fund, for example, and everybody did the same, given this example of free, that invite free, 10 generations down, you'd be making around $21,000 passively or residually purely from people getting started within Ayata, because their money is working for them, and in return, their money is also working for you. Now, we have created some ranks within Ayata to allow people to actually earn some gifts. Now, we've got over quite a large variety of gifts here. It's in excess of $400,000 worth of gifts. And it's very simple. Our positions are all based upon a 3-leg structure, helping 3 people get to the next position. And as you do that, you can work your way up to the top position, as you can see, where we're giving away a $240,000 car. And you can also see the entire range in, for example, the architect position that you can see here. You see it's an all-inclusive retreat for around 4 or 5 days, and it's somewhere very, very nice for you guys to have a really good relaxation time. And obviously here you've got a $30,000 watch that you get as a Vanguard position. Here we're giving away an Audi Q6 e-tron, which is like a $72,000 vehicle. And obviously lastly, you can see a Lamborghini Urus here, which is around $240,000. So once you've achieved these positions, these gifts are very much available to each and every single one of you. Doesn't really matter where you live. If you didn't want the gift, then of course you would get the equivalent in USDT, probably on your card or in your bank account, wherever suits you best. Now, like all companies, we have a disclaimer just to state to you guys that at the end of the day, all the investments that you do is up to you. The amount that you want to do is entirely up to you. Everything is a risk in life, just so you guys are fully aware. But also, as a regulated and licensed investment fund, we're not here to not make money, as you guys can imagine. But at the same time, I do want to make it very clear to you guys that anything can happen and everything is technically a risk. Okay. So I want to say thank you so much for listening, to Ayata presentation. And as a founder of the company, I'm more than happy to, be on this call with you guys today and actually take any questions that you guys might have. So please let me know. Thank you. Any questions at all? If there's no questions, it means I've done a great job and I've answered all your questions, which is great. Other than that, it's not rocket science. It's pretty straightforward. We're very real, okay? And we're really excited to actually help each and every single one of you, really grow and make something, make something out of Ayata and use the services. We're providing stuff that you're not really going to get anywhere else. And you guys are going to have the ability to kind of spend your money as you wish and earn your money as you wish and not really have to worry too much about the difficulties that the banks are giving each and every single person at the moment in this current industry.
Hey, Shaq, this is Ed. I just wanted to say, I had an opportunity to be with you out in Dubai last week, and you showed me pretty much all the operations, and I think we have something here that we could definitely be proud of sharing, not only just for people in the industry that have been let down with all these other dumb companies that are doing rug pulls, but this is solid. I mean, I've seen exactly what you guys are doing. I was able to even see the virtual card into fruition. So you guys are not just talking about it; you guys are actually showing proof, and that to me is speaks volumes. So we're really excited about what's about to come here with Ayata and the cards. Most importantly, the Visa cards are going to be a game changer. When we show people that we can utilize the metal cards and top up the crypto based off of all the income and the commissions that we're earning, I think that's going to be powerful. So I appreciate the opportunity, and we're really excited.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you, Ed.
This is Lee. I have a question.
Hi, Lee.
Hi. I'm not sure if I missed it. Can you tell us what the maximum, or give us a couple of examples of the maximum available commissions you can earn on the memberships?
Yes. Okay. So let me just share my screen so we can talk about it real quick.
Thank you.
Okay, so there is a cap. Okay, so these first three memberships, starter A, starter B, and starter C, have a 10x as a cap. You can make 10 times the value of your membership in commissions from referrals before you need to purchase another membership. Core A, Core B, and Core C allows you to make 20 times the value of your membership before you need to purchase another membership. Once again, purely from the referral side of things. And Elite A, Elite B, and Elite C allow you to make 30 times the value of your membership before you need to purchase another membership. So they're the caps on the memberships, on earnings from the referral side, not from the money that you're making from the fund or the money that you're going to be making passively. That is not included. Purely from the memberships alone, it's 10x, 20x, and 30x.
And the Elite C, that has a cap as well?
Elite C also has a cap of 30 times, yeah, but it doesn't have a cap on the amount of funds that you may want to put into the funds, basically. So you got no cap there. So it's unlimited. So you got an unlimited amount that you can put into the fund.
All right, fantastic.
So speaking,
yeah.
Thank you. No worries. But just to confirm, for example, on Elite C, you can basically make close to just over $750,000 in commissions before you need to purchase another membership. I think that's pretty fair.
Fair enough. Yeah, not to mention your return on your investments and everything else, phenomenal. And the commissions that you also get for referring others on your team. So the last thing I'll say is I had a chance to get out there with Ishak and with Ed in Dubai, and we saw everything. So ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that this is probably one of the only real multi-tiered opportunities on the planet right now when it comes to the crypto space and getting passive money. Okay. And the most exciting thing is that private banking, I personally feel that's a game changer, absolute game changer, where you can spend your money and not worry too much about any kind of reporting or anything. Why? Because Ishak owns the darn bank. Okay. They control everything. So it's not like, oh, sir, can we please do this? They're in charge. So this is an absolute game changer, a home for us. And it's like basically it's never ending possibilities. The funds can be added at will, and that's it. So thanks again, everybody, for being on. And I'm so grateful, Ishak, for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. On that note, on funds, just so you guys know, we have signed a few agreements with a few commodity trades, which will naturally open an additional fund. This fund will pay monthly as well. It will be a very good number that you can earn monthly from. It is technically a 12-month contract that we're signing with the commodity. So basically, things like diesel, things like aluminium, things like sugar, wheat. These are the type of things that we're going to be very heavily involved in. And it's a very, very big industry, and it's a lot of money as well. So naturally, this is a really big deal for each and every single one of you to be a part of, because you wouldn't typically be a part of it any other way. And we're making that very viable and very available for each and every single person to actually be involved and to make money from it.
Yeah. Isaac, I have a question, or more or less not really a question, but could you go back to the slide? I want to elaborate on something that really keeps me up. And, there's a lot of people going to be watching the replay. If you can go to the passive part where 10 levels, somebody makes, passively right there. Yeah. So
On the revenue share?
yeah, the revenue share. So basically, I put 10,000. If I had 100,000, I'd put 100,000. But the thing is, here's the thing, guys. I invested into the Heli Fund. There's a lot of people on this call or even going to watch the replay. They have networks, and I think what a lot of people need to do is wrap their head around how powerful this is. Because when we ran the numbers the other day, there's a lot of money in this comp plan. And, until you wrap your head around it, then it's going to keep you up at night. So right here, let's just say that, for example, somebody brings me in, right? Let's just say, Isaac, you brought me in. I'm on your first level, right? So I deposit 150K. And then let's just say that, with the Heli Fund at a bare minimum, like you said, you guys done 18x, but let's just say, to be conservative, it was only a 5 or 6x at a bare minimum. So let's just say that we got times 5, made $750,000 when that fund was completed. Because Isaac referred me, Isaac would get on the first level 5% times 5%. That's 37,500. But if you guys notice, look on generation 1 and also generation 10. You guys know, if you guys have built networks, and there's a lot of people watching this replay and even on this call that have built tens of thousands of members in the network, even more than millions of dollars. I mean, we've done 20 million in another company. So this is definitely something where it's going to be a lot of money, very lucrative. But look at that, guys. Let's just say that you got somebody on your 10th level, did the same thing, deposit that, and made that amount once that fund was completed. You earn 5%, which is another 37,500. You do not know that person, but to top it all off, look at levels 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 4%. It's amazing how it's structured, and this is very generous. So looking at those numbers, it just keeps you up at night when you got the Oxy Fund when it's paying out passively, but also you got the Heli Fund that is going to pay out eventually. It's going to happen. Plus, your money that you deposit is safe and you get it back. So I'm just saying this is really exciting because this is something that I could only dream of. I've been in this space a long time. We've been in these companies where it's letdown after letdown. And finally, I feel confident enough to share it with the world because of how this is structured. Whether you come in passively, you don't want to build a team, or you want to build a team, and there's just so much money on the table. So I just wanted to emphasize that part. But anybody else have any questions? I think we're good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you know what to do. Get back with the person who invited you to watch this video. Thanks everybody for jumping on. A lot of people on this call who I love and respect, and we've been through ups and downs together. A lot of people watching the replay right now. You guys are at the right time, right place. And until then, we'll see you guys on the next video.